League leaders Coventry suffered a 3-0 away loss at Ipswich, and first of all, I'm going to say a positive that could come from this result is that this was a reality check against a team that only last season was in the Premier League, a team that had starting the most expensive player in the Championship in Egerle, who cost them £17 million. We had how many players out? Brandon Thomas-Asante, Sakamoto, Victor Torp, Haji Wright on the bench, 4 key players not starting, and it really showed today. So if there is anything that could come from today, that is a side that did very poorly in the Premier League, but look how much better they were than us today. So, to start with, it was a lively start, no attempts until the 10th minute when Egerle, the player I just mentioned, had his first shot on target, but it was a comfortable save for Rushworth. And I don't like focusing on refereeing when my team loses, but we were not helped today by inconsistent refereeing. So Eccles for Coventry got booked in the 17th minute for kicking the ball away. In the same minute, Hurst got booked for them for a poor challenge. And a few minutes later, Coventry had our best attempt, and it was Eccles on his left foot, a little bit too near the goalkeeper, but he took a shot from outside the box and Walton tipped it onto the post. And then, a few minutes after that, Hurst has already been booked. The whistle goes, he slows down, and he takes his shot and kicks the ball away, already on a yellow card. So that's inconsistent. If you're going to book Eccles for kicking the ball away, but you're not going to give a second yellow to Hurst for kicking the ball away, because, I don't know. Yeah, not helped. Yeah. Then, Coventry actually in the first half played quite well. Considering all the injuries and everything else, we played okay. But we couldn't get in at half-time at 0-0. Our marking and failure to clear the ball for their first goal was shocking. As a collective, Egerle has so much space and time outside the box on his left foot, and there's just no chance for Rushworth, and it's 1-0. All of that said about the referee and everything else, we didn't do enough in the first half. Kesler Hayden probably had our best chance, except from the Eccles one hitting the post header. And I think if that's Sakamoto, he heads that in. He heads that down, but Kesler Hayden gets it all wrong and it goes wide and it's nowhere near. Then the second half is very stop-start. Hurst, who I mentioned, should have scored 5 minutes into the second half. Their goalkeeper got booked for handling the ball outside of the box, and we missed Victor Torp's quality off set pieces as well. Egerle gets booked for them, Keeper gets booked for them, and then for me the game is done because Hurst, of course, makes it 2-0. And it was one ball through, and that happened in the 50th minute, and we didn't learn from it. They play one pass again, this time he's through, this time he puts it away. And yes, you could make a very good case that he shouldn't have been on the pitch, but he was, he scored, we're 2-0 down, and we've got it all to do. Mason Clark after that actually has quite a good chance, but shoots wide. And then you could say, well, Lampard didn't make any changes, but who could he really bring on? The drop-off. You know, when we have our first 11, we look like we can beat anybody in the Championship. But the drop-off for when those 4 key players today, like Haji Wright is not fit, he came on later on, but could not have started. The drop-off is so big when we don't have our first 11. Eccles goes off, Allen comes on. I thought Allen actually did okay. Jack Redoney has a shot saved as well by Walton. Decent save. Then Redoney goes off, Kessler Hayden goes off, and Wright and Andrews come on. But it was a very, very poor performance from Coventry, and made worse in the final minute when Ivan Azon, assisted by Jack Clark, carved us open again, and Azon scored. But again, you know, you look at the players that Ipswich have got on their bench. They've got Jack Clark off the bench, Smodics. Their squad depth is so much better than Coventry's as well, and you can see that they have been a Premier League team, you know, not so long in the past. But as I say, I'm going to end it with what I said at the beginning. That was a reality check. And maybe it's what Doug King needed to see to make a good few signings in January to bolster the squad, because as soon as we get a few injuries, the drop-off is huge, and you saw that today. Ellis Sims had a very quiet game, but he didn't really have any service. Their players always seemed to have 5-10 yards of space, and we didn't. And that was another difference as well. Again, though, we have an opportunity to make it right. Preston away on Tuesday. But my dad has informed me that we have not won away there for 105 years. So it's a good time to change that record. And I'm hoping that a few of the ones that were out today can come back in. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.